Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for the Oceanhackweek this year. We are the Marine Heat Waves group, and we are going to start presenting what we've done during this week. Marisol?
I think you're sharing. There you go.
Okay. So our motivation was to update the Eric Oliver's Marine Heat Waves code. That we have some explanation about the code with the Hub Day at all 2016, and we're trying to use X-ray and expand its capabilities from a point to a region. So what we have right now is that we define the marine heat waves by a 5-day long event in which it's above a threshold, which is also above a climatology. And what we want to do is use the more data so that we can use satellite data and then expand our definition, just not from a time series, but also to a spatial analysis, and also to improve the entire categorization of the marine heat waves using X-ray, dusk, and date time. So here we have a schema about it, and you can move, Marisol. Okay, so we've made a lot of progress this week. We were able to extract the more SST data. So we got it from the cloud into X-ray using the ZAR file. And we are actually being able to create a climatology that's really like the ERIC's climatology. As you can see in the upper line of climatology, it's in the same color, but the upper line is ours. And we could also update the main function of the marine heat wave. So we have a lot of functions in the code, but we updated the first one. And we were able to deal with the leap years, which was a real challenge for us, but we could do it. And we are also changed the categorization of marine heat wave. So we done it by levels, as you can see in the second plot. We've made a color categorization with different thresholds, so we can see how big the events are. And we also included a plotting function, which we didn't have before. And we've created a test run on GitHub as well. Marisol, do we have the test run to show or no?
I don't know. We could maybe. How are we in time?
How are we in time?
We just have 2 minutes.
Okay, so we could show the test run.
Oh boy, I was not ready for that. Let me try to do. You can
okay.
talk about the in a second. I'm gonna.
While she's trying to find the notebook, we would like to ask people to mute themselves just to keep the noise level low and unmute when you're going to speak.
Okay.
Fernanda, do you want to talk a little bit more about marine heat waves while she's getting this running?
Sorry?
Do you want to talk more about the motivation and what we plan to do in the future while she's
Yes, so we plan actually to expand our code to the future. So we plan on changing the definition of marine heat waves to one that actually covers the entire globe. So in some regions of the globe, we have different windows of winds and of temperature. So we could create a categorization of marine heat waves in a spatial analysis, but also would change globally. So we'd have a region approach, and that we will also want to create a window, like an customized window. So right now in the code, you have a fixed window of 11-day long for the climatology, and you also have 5 days long for the definition of a marine heat wave. So we want to create a customization of it so that people around the globe can put the variables before the code, not just run it without it. So Marisol is now, can you run the test, Marisol?
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know how to stop sharing. So this is our test run right now, and we're importing our functions over here. So
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I'll give you another 20 seconds. I'm sorry for the short time.
That's totally fine. I'm not going to run it there, but we get our files from Xarray, and then we run it, and we get our plotting functions, just calling it here, and we actually show some of our data files. So it runs. If you guys can test it, it will be great, and we're working on it. Like, I'm not going to go more than that.
Okay, can you change to the last slide, please? Which is a thank you slide for all of you, and also our bingo. So I gleefully posted the bingo at the beginning of the Oceanhackweek. So we've made the bingo of the Marine Heatwaves group, and that's all. Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity.